wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. And if you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might be taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some troubled heart leave you bitter. When you get close to selling out, reconsider. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. When you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
And how do we follow that? Thank you, all the speakers. You all did a wonderful, wonderful job. It is now my honor to introduce the hardest working assistant principal in DPS. In addition, he is the most effective AP in our district. You may not think I'm very objective, but you can trust me on this one. Mike Clem is very good at what he does. And right now, he's going to talk to us a little bit about our school, and he's also going to introduce some students that we have gotten very close to over the years.
Oh, isn't she kind? I don't know how I can follow that either, but let me start off with welcoming the students, parents, family members, friends, and future graduates in a few more minutes of the online high school. You know, I was trying to think, how do we explain what online learning is like to the parents and the family and other members who have never done this? So I asked a few parents and a few students to help me come up with the top 10 things that might identify an online learner. So I want to share that list with you. Number 10, your school uniform is your favorite pair of pajamas. Number 9, you'd rather clean or rearrange your room instead of study. Now, some of the parents have told me they have the cleanest house around because of that. Number 8, you go to sleep when it's light and you get up when it's dark out. Doesn't happen, right, Mike? Looking out the window is a form of entertainment. The weekend lasts from Thursday to Sunday, or in some cases, Wednesday morning to Thursday afternoon. You've forgotten the difference between surfing and researching. Your back is hunched, not because you're carrying heavy books, but from sitting slumped in a chair. Using the computer isn't as much fun as it used to be. Number two, you sit around making lists about how you know you've been in high school too long. And the number one reason, you spend 72 hours without sleep in order to complete a class you've had 18 weeks to finish so that you can graduate. Never happened, right? Never. Yeah. Okay, I'd like to make sure you are aware of this. We're all here today because of Miss Jeannie Ross, our current principal, our leader, the person who we owe all this to. She believes the purpose of public education is to make the world a better place. And one of the things she realized is that we didn't open up opportunities for every student. She had a vision. And this vision was to start an online school for those students who just couldn't go to a regular school for a variety of reasons, and we've heard many of them here today. Maybe where they were wasn't working. They needed something different. This is our 7th year, as you've heard, and it's also our 4th graduating class. And it's thanks to this very special person who had faith and believed in herself to make this happen. John Calhoun, a former Vice President of the United States, said, "The interval between the decay of the old and the formation and the establishment of the new constitutes a period of transition, which must always necessarily be one of uncertainty, confusion, error, and wild, fierce fanaticism." And I can tell you, the online high school understands this very well. Let me help you understand. When I call your name, please stand and stay standing until until I'm done. In 2003, the first online school class had 6 students, no teachers, and the office was located at CEC, the Career Education Center. And all the educational services were provided by Colorado Online Learning, another school that Jeannie was instrumental in starting. In 2004, with 13 students total, we had 4 part-time teachers. I'm the last one of that group. And then the second, I lost my track here. All right, in 2005, 4 teachers were hired on a full-time basis to develop and instruct online courses. Of that group, the only one that remains with us is Miss Susan Knight. Please stand up. Stand up. Stay standing. Our lone student from that class, Joshua Hobart, was unable to make it with us tonight, but I wanted to recognize him. In 2006, Casey Burton joined us as a full-time counselor, but previous to that, he was instrumental in assisting Jeannie in starting the online high school. Miss Theona Hammond Harms, who's unable to be with us this evening, was also hired. She's our special ed teacher. We also brought in Miss Anna Novus, Miss Catherine Bedard-Bain, specifically to teach foreign languages. And we moved to the old Baker Middle School building, which is now DCIS. And we opened up a satellite site at Manual High School. We had our first graduating class of 14 students. 135 students enrolled this year, and 2 of them are graduating tonight. They include Miss Amber Wacker, Mr. Jacob Weingart, and among our first graduates, Miss Kate Young. And I added you a year early, I hope you don't mind. In 2007, some of our staff left and we replaced them with Miss Rita Vining, our English teacher. Mr. Gilberto Palomino, our math teacher. Mr. Keith Roybal, science teacher. Mr. Michael Lewis, who's in the back filming for us, our technology specialist. And Miss Lynn Gordon, part-time English teacher. We had 164 students that year, including the following graduates: Mr. Kobe Berry, who's in the Air Force at this time, Miss Brandy Blazon, please stand, Miss Mackenzie Jackson, who's unable to be with us, Mr. Richard Martinez, who's unable to be with us, Mr. Saad Momandi, who's unable to be with us, Miss Erin Nelson Gardner, our musician, Mr. Nick Sidnor, there he is, and Miss Erica Wiest. In 2008, we added our secretary, Miss Andrea Ruiz, who's in the back. And we also added Miss Lauren Stewart. Lauren Stewart, who's going to be one of our English teachers next year. 30 students graduated out of the over 200 enrollments we had that year. The following are here tonight that enrolled: Miss Elvia Bunrostro, Miss Paige Daniel, Mr. Aaron Gulterman, who is unable to be with us, Miss London Johnson, Miss Megan Lucier, who's unable to be with us, Mr. Michael Meyer, who I'm surprised is with us, Miss Kimberly Shank, Miss Monica Torres, who's unable to be with us, Mr. Preston Wiepert, where are you, Preston? There you are. And Mr. Andrew White, who's unable to be with us. In 2009, we moved to Mitchell and opened a satellite site here at Hamilton. We added Miss Paula Hamill to our transition program, and Mr. Jonathan Gendrich. Jonathan's out here somewhere. And Mr. Bill Rash as a part-time social studies teacher. The students who enrolled with us this year that are graduating include Miss Nadia Brown, Miss Paris Kane, Miss Gabriella Duth, Mr. Keith Gilagli, Miss Keziah Kuiper, who's unable to be with us, Miss Lisa Lux, there you are, Miss Gracie McGuire, who's unable to be with us, Mr. Tom Jackson, who's unable to be with us, Miss Chanel Tyler, there you are, Miss Aspen Vaden, who's unable to be with us, and Miss Sarah Venegas, who is right here. All right. You can sit down now. Thank you. That's our family. I'm pretty sure that the first 8 or more years of your school life were spent in a traditional school setting very similar to what your parents, their parents, and their parents experienced. However, you and your classmates have walked an unusual path, as already been mentioned. In many cases, you had to mature faster and take on greater responsibilities than the average teenager in the public school setting. We thank you. We really do thank you for allowing us the opportunity to serve you, your educational needs, and to provide you with the time that you needed to organize your life and to make it the best it can possibly be. We congratulate you for learning to manage your personal life and for your commitment to yourself and to make today possible, thus making your future brighter. Again, we want to thank you for everything you've allowed us to help you with, because we feel that we personalize this so much that we've gotten to know you and you are a part of our family. In conclusion, like Jeannie Ross, keep your dreams alive. Understand that to achieve anything requires faith and belief in yourself, vision, hard work, determination, and dedication. Remember that all things are possible for those who have a vision and believe in themselves. Thank you again.